This portion of the walkthrough will cover the vertical schedule and the placement of control joints. The last chapter left you on the Place Wall screen, which is where you will start this chapter from. When placed, materials that are part of your vertical schedule will replace the standard material items that are in your wall. The materials that are associated with your odd courses, such as the soldier course and limestone banding you placed earlier, will not be replaced unless you specifically direct the software to do so. Let us take a look at where you would do that. Click on the OK button at the bottom of your screen and return to Update Wall. Double-click on the Soldier Odd Course on the left side of the screen and open Update Odd Course. Click on and open the Special Pieces tab if it is not already open. You will see fields to enter special pieces for corners, wall jambs, control joints, and opening jambs. When filled in, these special pieces will supersede any other materials that are placed in, say, a control joint that intersects with this particular odd course. Note: now would be a good time to pause the walkthrough and utilize the help file for more information on the Update Odd Course screen and the Special Pieces settings. A more detailed tutorial on special pieces will become available on our website in the near future. For now, you are going to remove two of the odd course bands so that the vertical schedule chapter can be simplified. Return to the Update Wall screen. Right-click on the soldier band and select Delete. Next, right-click on the limestone band and select Delete for this band as well. You will see the odd courses removed from your graphic on Update Wall. Right-click on the bond beam band and select Change. We are going to have you create and enter a special bond beam piece that will be placed every time a control joint intersects with the bond beam. Click on the down arrow to the right of the control joint field under the left heading and open Project Materials. Right-click on the MW08 BB material and click on Insert. Now, click on the Copy Material button. Change the material ID to MW08BBH and make the length 8 inches. Change the color to something different and click on OK. Now double-click on the new material. You are back on Update Odd Course with the new material listed in the Control Joint left field. Select this same material for the right field. Click on OK to return to Update Wall and then click on the Place Wall button. OK. Time to create some vertical schedules. Click on the Vertical Schedules icon at the top of your screen. Once Vertical Schedules is open, click on Insert and open Update Vertical Schedule. The first schedule you are going to create is a control joint. Make this selection with the down arrow to the right of the Schedule Type field. Enter NWCJ in the Schedule Description field. And click on Insert to open Update Vertical Schedule Material. Each control joint is going to be built like you would build it in the field. You will need to tell it what materials to enter, which height they will be in, and what side of the joint. So, click on the down arrow for the height field and select Outside. Select both for the side field and the location will be visible material. Your material selection is next. Click on the down arrow to the right of this field and open Project Materials. For this control joint, you are going to copy existing materials and change the colors so that the control joint stands out in your graphic. When creating your own materials for your own project, you would also look at changing the cost factors. Do a right-click on the modular brick and select Insert. Now click on Copy Material M. Change the material ID of your new material to M2. Next, uncheck Inherit Color and change the color. Click on OK to finish M2. You have a whole brick for your control joint. Now to create a half brick. Do a right-click and insert on the mod brick again. Click on Copy Material M. Change the material ID to MH. Change the length to 4 inches. And change the material color. Click on OK. As long as you are already in Project Materials, you are going to create the materials for the inside of the control joint. Right-click on the 8-inch CMU and click on Insert. Click on the Copy Material MW08 button. Change the material ID to MW082 and then give it a new color. Click on OK when done. Repeat this process and create a half or 8-inch CMU with a different color and material ID of MW08H. Our original goal was to grab a mod brick for the control joint. Double-click on the M2 mod brick. You will return to the Update Vertical Schedule screen with the M2 in the Material field. This will be the first course, so make sure there is a number 1 in the course selection. Click on OK when done. You now have the first part of your control joint listed. A full-size mod brick on both sides of the control joint in your exterior withe. Click on Insert and we will have you enter the second course. You should be back on Update Vertical Schedule. Select Outside for withe. Side is both and location is visible material. Click on the down arrow for the material field and select the MH material. Change course to 2 and click on OK. The outside of your control joint is done. Time for the inside. Click on Insert. Change the withe to Inside. The side is both and location is visible material. Click on the down arrow next to Material and grab the MW082 CMU. The course selection will be 1. Click on OK and return to Update Vertical Schedule. Click on Insert. Select Inside withe. Side is both and location is visible material. Select the MW08H or half CMU for the material. And lastly, change the course to 2. Click on OK. The final part of the control joint to enter will be the rebar. Click on Insert. The withe should be inside and side is both. Change the location to rebar cell. Now, you will notice that material is replaced with rebar schedule. Click on the rebar schedule down arrow and it will open the rebar schedules screen. You will see the rebar schedules that you have already created. Double-click on the control joint rebar and it will return you to Update Vertical Schedule with your rebar selection filled in. Offset is your last selection on the screen. Changes to 4 inches. Now click on OK and return to Update Vertical Schedule. Your control joint is now complete. Click on OK to save your completed control joint. Now close out of Vertical Schedules and return to PW. Move your north wall project so that you are facing the back wall. Make sure your cursor is in pick mode and open the Place Schedules tab. The vertical schedule is selected and the offset should be center. Use the down arrow and select the control joint from the vertical schedule. You can repeat the vertical schedules just as you did the rebar schedule. Make sure the repeat box is checked. Times is set to 3 and spacing is, let's say, 40 feet. Place your cursor on the left side of the back wall and left click. 3 control joints will be placed in your wall. Click on the Place Walls tab so you can see the control joint detail better. If you move in closer, you will see the dividing line with alternating halves and holes of the mod brick. Reposition your building so that you can see the inside of the wall project. The control joints will be represented on the inside with alternating halves and holes of the CMU. Look closely, and the special material you put in the bond beam band will be present as well. The rebar and grout will also be present at the top of the wall. The control joint placement has now removed all of your standard material quantities and replaced them with the special pieces associated with the control joint and the bond beam band. This same process can be repeated in the vertical schedule for corners and wall jamb pieces. It is simply a matter of specifying the materials and where you are placing them in the wall. This concludes the chapter on the vertical schedule. The next chapter will cover assemblies and how to bring them into your project.